Hey everyone, so there is conflict in the Middle East. As I record this, Israel is bombing Iran, to the best of my knowledge, based on a quick glance at the headlines, and Bitcoin is down at $103,000 or so. Does this mean Bitcoin is over? Come on everybody, seriously? Of course it doesn't mean Bitcoin is over. This happens every time people freak out. Elon Musk and Donald Trump have a spat a week or two back. The price of Bitcoin dives down to like $101,000, and the price recovers within like 48 hours because people figured out, oh, Bitcoin has nothing to do with Elon Musk or Donald Trump. Neither of them control Bitcoin. Neither of them control whether the world needs a monetary asset or whether the human race is going to use money at some point in the future. That just has nothing to do with the Elon Musk, Donald Trump spat. Okay, so same situation here, which is, okay, you got a conflict in the Middle East. We've actually seen this before. This is not the first time. Twice now. The first time, I think it was Hamas attacked Israel. I think it was in 2023, like October 11 of 2023. And then again, you saw this, I think it was August 5th of 2024. There was Middle East conflict. In both times, the price of Bitcoin took a big dive as everyone freaked out. And then it took all of a matter of 24 to 48 hours for people to realize, oh, wait, this has nothing to do with Bitcoin. Of course it has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's not like Bitcoin runs on a bunch of servers in the Middle East. Bitcoin runs on more than 100,000 Bitcoin nodes in every country and every region spread all over the world, and nobody controls any of them other than just whoever happens to own that one of more than 100,000 Bitcoin nodes. So nobody controls any of that, and there's no reason to believe that conflict in the Middle East would have any impact on the Bitcoin network. So why does the price drop when things like that happen? And the answer is because people are irrational in the near term, and they do dumb things that make no sense. This is unfortunately a part of human behavior. Humans, since the beginning of time, have made bad short-term decisions. If you rewind back to Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, way back at the beginning of human history, they made a bad decision based on short-term thinking without really thinking it through. Fast forward to today, people are making stupid decisions constantly. For example, I've never met anyone who has ever cheated on their spouse that in retrospect thought it was a good idea. 100% of the time, they end up worse off and unhappy. And yet, in the near term, people do that. And, I scratch my head and I'm like, wait, have we not learned this lesson before? No, apparently not. Apparently we have not learned this lesson before. Apparently people keep making decisions that are blatantly obvious to be a bad decision in the long term, but in the moment, people make irrational and even dumb decisions. And the same applies to investing. If you go talk to the people who are selling Bitcoin right now, which is resulting in the price diving down below $103,000, and you talk to them and you said, hey, you just hit sell on some Bitcoin. Help me understand that. They would say, well, I saw that Israel bombed Iran. Okay, follow-up question. What does that have to do with Bitcoin? Their response would be, I'm not actually sure, but it just seemed like a good time to sell my Bitcoin. It's like, oh, you're saying you think the dollar is going to be good because of conflict in the Middle East? Their response would be like, well, I'm not saying anything good's going to happen to the US dollar. It's like, but wait, you just sold the Bitcoin to get the US dollar. So why did you sell the Bitcoin? The answer is they don't know. They don't know why they sold their Bitcoin. They sold it because they felt fearful. They sold it because they were scared and because humans often make dumb and irrational decisions in the moment because their rational brain has not yet taken note. So people make dumb and irrational decisions in the moment because they don't think clearly. They don't think things through. They cannot articulate basic questions like, why did you just sell your Bitcoin? Because Israel, bombed Iran. They don't know. They don't know why they did it. It just seemed like the right thing to do. But they don't have any logical reason why it would be the right thing to do, and they can't really tell you why they did it. It just always happens. So what's the right response? Well, if you are rational, if your head is screwed on properly, if you can think clearly, even in a world of international conflict, then the answer is to say, thank you for your Bitcoin, whoever it is that's dumb enough to sell it to you down at $103,000. Same thing back when Bitcoin dipped below $50,000 for like 5 minutes back on August 5th of 2024. Thank you for your Bitcoin. You're up to, 2x. Same thing when Bitcoin's price dropped to whatever it was on, whenever Israel and Hamas, the conflict related to when Hamas invaded in October, I think it was October 11th of 2023. It's like, anyone selling your Bitcoin? The answer is thank you for the cheap Bitcoin. Glad you don't understand what asset you own. Otherwise, you wouldn't have sold it. So anyway, that's the current state of affairs in the world right now. Bitcoin is down for no good reason. The best time to buy Bitcoin is when people are scared, when they don't know what they own, and when they are responding irrationally to the external world. And that is exactly what's happening right now, which means, again, if I had any US dollars left to buy more Bitcoin, I would right now. But because I am 100% Bitcoin, I actually don't have any US dollars that I could use. When 100% of my savings is in Bitcoin, 100% of my spending funds are in Bitcoin, waiting to be spent with my Coinbase debit card, and 100% of my retirement funds are in Bitcoin. I have literally 100% of my assets in Bitcoin, and my finances can handle that volatility, so I feel good about it. So that's the state of affairs. Great time to buy Bitcoin when everybody's panicked and freaking out. And I don't see any reason why conflict in the Middle East would mean that the human race doesn't need money anymore, or that Bitcoin is not going to be a major, the world financial system at some point in the future. And you can be part of that now by investing in a money that nobody can inflate away, and that the supply of that money does not change based on who bombs who. Hope that helps. Have a great evening.